Right now, another May tornado confirmed in south central Wisconsin. We'll look at the path of Sunday's Rock County twister and the damage left behind.
And we have more showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for your Memorial Day evening. I have the answer when those storm chances end.
And paying our respects. A look at the ceremonies across the nation and locally on this Memorial Day, remembering fallen heroes. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. And we begin with new information tonight at 5 on a tragedy in Dodge County as 4 teenagers are dead after an early morning crash. It happened on State Highway 1660 at the intersection with County Road TT in the township of Elba. That is 3 miles east of Columbus. An initial investigation shows a Ford F-150 was on TT when it failed to stop at the intersection, and that's when a semi without a trailer traveling on Highway 1660 hit that Ford truck. 3 of the 5 in the Ford were pronounced dead at the scene. A 4th person died at UW Hospital. The 5th has life-threatening injuries. The ages of the 5 in that Ford truck range in age from 16 to 19 years old. The semi-driver suffered minor injuries. The crash remains under investigation. Next tonight, we take a live look at our roads on this Memorial Day holiday. Some chances of rain across southern Wisconsin tonight, but it is coming off a day where we saw some storms with confirmed tornadoes in our viewing area. For more on what we saw and what is ahead now, let's get a look at our first one forecast. Alex is out on the patio.
Thanks, Eric. No showers and storms out here, at least on our patio, but there are shower and storms on various patios across southern Wisconsin. It was just also 24 hours ago that we were tracking that line of supercell thunderstorms across Rock, Jefferson, and Walworth counties. And right now in Jefferson County, we have a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms right around Jefferson, just north and east of Fort Atkinson. Again, not everybody's getting wet, but some patios are. Over towards the Mississippi River, a little bit more persistent area of showers and thunderstorms with a severe thunderstorm warning just south and west of Dubuque for gusty winds. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, what can we expect tonight? On and off chances for showers and isolated thunderstorms through about, let's say, 8, 9. And then as we head towards 10 o'clock, we lose any bit of heating that we have left in the atmosphere, and we should just dwindle down to a couple isolated showers and patchy fog overnight tonight. An outside chance of a strong storm over towards Grant County and Lafayette County, and this would be for gusty winds. As I was just mentioned, there's a severe thunderstorm warning just south and west of Dubuque, but we're not expecting widespread severe weather over the area tonight. As we go through the temperatures here, they're cool out there, as I mentioned, mid to upper 60s to right around 70 degrees, so cooler than what we've been experiencing these past couple of days here. Coming up in Maine weather, we're going to actually track that family of tornadoes that occurred almost 24 hours ago, and I'm going to re-explain why Sunday's severe weather setup was so perfect for those thunderstorms to produce tornadoes. That's coming up.
All right, Alex, as you mentioned, a dreary, soggy Sunday in southern Wisconsin, but severe weather did churn up at least one tornado now confirmed by the National Weather Service in Rock County. Our Maddie Hypes was in Milton today with the aftermath.
Cleanup efforts have been ongoing today, but damage is still visible here in Milton, where the storms hit the hardest. The National Weather Service confirmed a touchdown in the Milton area. That touchdown not far from Tammy's Tender Times, a daycare center in Milton.
The playhouses were wrecked.
You couldn't see the toys. The trees were all over the top of it.
Owners Tammy and Matt McGuire agreed they were lucky that the damage was contained to toys, siding, and shingles.
This is really just cosmetic. The best thing is that our son wasn't hurt, and that nothing matters other than that.
The center serves about 60 families, several of which the McGuires say reached out to help when they heard about the damage. According to the National Weather Service, the path of damage and types of debris indicate that the storm was low level. The McGuires tell me they're hopeful they'll be able to reopen their doors by Wednesday. Reporting in Milton, Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
All right, Maddie, thank you. And there's still some cleanup from last week. The city of Middleton will be holding storm brush collection tomorrow morning. Brush should be on the curb by 7 a.m. They say don't put it on the actual street. Brush mixed with leaves and other materials will not be collected. It's considered hard limbs from trees and shrubs only. Limbs or branches must not exceed a diameter of 6 inches. Collection will continue as long as there is a need in all areas in Middleton. Well, stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast weather app. Hourly forecast, road conditions, the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. Today, Madison and the entire nation honoring fallen heroes on this Memorial Day. On Madison's west side today, the annual Avenue of Flags was held at Sunset Memory Gardens, remembering and honoring the sacrifices of past generations of veterans now for over 50 years. Participants in the events placed more than 1,500 small flags at each veteran's grave. It featured the placing of a memorial wreath, a Memorial Day address by a military officer, a rifle salute to departed veterans, and finally, the playing of taps to close the program, reflecting on the sacrifices of countless Americans.
Keep their names alive and their memories alive, and just be thankful for the freedom that we're able to enjoy as Americans because of the sacrifices that they've made.
The event was co-sponsored by the American Legion Post 151 West Side Memorial, along with volunteers from local Boy Scouts of America, the CUNA Veterans Employees Resource Group.
The theme for this year's Memorial Day gathering comes from a condolence letter President Lincoln sent to the mother of 5 dead soldiers.
He remarked in closing that you must have solemn pride in your sons. And so this event reflects our solemn pride for all of the soldiers who have died in our country's cause.
Memorial Day was created in the wake of the Civil War, which actually has a rich history here in Madison.
Oh, there is tremendous history in Madison. Madison was a recruiting center. Most of the Wisconsin troops trained here at Camp Randall.
The stadium where you go to watch a Badger game used to be a literal camp to train soldiers and hold prisoners. Even On Wisconsin has Civil War roots.
Right. The march was written in 1909 that we're all familiar with, but the words came from a young lieutenant of a Wisconsin regiment who grasped his regiment's colors from a dying comrade at the Battle of Chattanooga, and he cried out, "On Wisconsin!"
John Decker is also the president of the Dane County Historical Society.
The state capitol has memorials to the Grand Army of the Republic and the Civil War soldiers, and the Dane County Historical Society is preserving part of that history with the Roll of Honor.
Reporting in Madison, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
And over at Ulbrich Park, Veterans for Peace Chapter 25 is honoring those who gave everything with their annual Memorial Mile. On Saturday, community members and chapter members were busy setting up those tombstones. They commemorate the service members and civilians who've died in U.S. wars through history.
It's a way to remember those people and also to focus on what the real cost of war is. It's people dying.
And earlier this afternoon, Veterans for Peace held a peace rally at the Gates of Heaven Synagogue at James Madison Park. Residents in Fitchburg observed Memorial Day inside Fire Station 1 today due to the weather. The Bob Schley Memorial Wreath was presented this year by James Fosside, a 2-time Purple Heart recipient who fought in Vietnam. He said he is still proud to see Americans honor those who fight and fought for our country.
This is a very honorable day for me. Sometimes brings tears. A lot of memories come back. But I'm very proud of everything that I accomplished and did in Vietnam. And I'm very proud of all of those that fought with me and all those that have fought in every other war.
And Fitchburg Police Sergeant and former infantryman in the 101st Airborne Division, Jonathan Parker, was this year's keynote speaker. Sergeant Parker also served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. President Biden marked Memorial Day with events at Arlington National Cemetery. The president took the opportunity to honor those killed while serving their country and thank veterans, survivors, and family members in the audience. He also pointed to steps his administration has taken to care for those who have served. Julia Benbrook has the details.
It's a somber moment at Arlington National Cemetery. President Joe Biden laid a wreath honoring service members who have died. During the president's annual Memorial Day speech, he emphasized the importance of this day of remembrance.
Every white stone across these hills and every military cemetery and churchyard across America, a father, a mother, a son, a daughter, a brother, a sister, a spouse.
He also touted the steps his administration has taken to care for veterans and their families.
I've long said we have many obligations as a nation, but we only have one truly sacred obligation: to prepare those we send to the battle and to take care of them and their families when they come home. and when they don't.
Biden spoke about the PACT Act, which he signed into law in 2022. It expanded health care benefits to veterans who were exposed to toxic materials during their service.
Our nation came together to ensure the burden is no longer on them to prove their illness was service-related.
Earlier this month, the Biden administration announced the Department of Veterans Affairs had fulfilled its millionth PACT Act claim. Reporting in Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Federal experts are working against time to identify soldiers who died serving in World War II and other conflicts. Technicians at this lab in Nebraska have been using advances in DNA technology to identify missing American service members, comparing bones to chest x-rays taken by the military. Other anthropologists examine watches, shoes, and other items for clues. The goal is to offer about 200 families a year the chance to honor their relatives with a proper burial.
These are individuals that gave their lives to protect our freedom, and they paid the ultimate sacrifice. So we're here holding that promise that we'll return them home to their families. So it's important for them to honor their legacy. It's important for their families to show them that we'll never stop, no matter what. We'll keep looking for them.
Corporal Charles Ray Patton was recently buried with full military honors thanks to the laboratory's work. Patton died 74 years ago during the Korean War, but spent decades buried as an unknown in the National Cemetery of the Pacific in Hawaii. Still to come on News 3 Now at 5, Alex returns to check in our storm chances in his complete forecast. And it has been one busy month of wild weather across the country. Next, how so many are traveling right now under the threat of severe weather today. That's next at 5. And Memorial Day, one of just 6 weekdays of the year when Wall Street shuts down. Trading resumes tomorrow, and we'll be right back.
Get an 11% rebate on your outdoor project at Menards. We have the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscape blocks and AC2 pressure-treated lumber and decking. Plus, you can plan your deck or concrete landscaping project using our easy do-it-yourself design programs and get a free estimate fast. Get an 11% rebate on landscaping blocks and AC2 pressure-treated lumber and decking today.
Save big money at Menards.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Memorial Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Start your evening with News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward, uncovering the stories and getting to the heart of events and issues that matter here. And when bad weather is on the way, we warn you first. News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward, weeknights.
Breast cancer is the most common form of cancer in women. Join the News 3 Now team in the fight against breast cancer at the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk, Saturday, June 8th at the Alliant Energy Center.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
5 people are without a home after a fire at a Madison duplex over the weekend. Fire crews were sent to 1311 Chandler Street just before 5 yesterday morning. Someone in the home had called 911 after seeing smoke in an upstairs office. That person, along with several others, safely got out. Firefighters had to open the walls to reach the fire and put it out. No injuries were reported. Damage estimated at about $150,000. More than 110 million people are spending Memorial Day under the threat of dangerous weather just one day after the most active severe storm day in May. Forecasters track tornadoes and storms across multiple states, with the day's collective death toll currently at 21. Laura Aguirre has more as tornado victims assess what's left and what could be ahead.
My kids ran in and we looked out and we just seen all the damage.
Patrice Childress is one of many survivors who had only seconds to find cover during Sunday's wave of deadly tornadoes.
Tried to make it into the hallway, and that's when we realized we didn't have a roof.
At least 4 children are among the double-digit death toll that spans Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kentucky.
We know we had one tornado on the ground at least 40 miles. And a number of other tornadoes that spun down and spun back up.
The exact number, Kentucky's governor says, is still being calculated by the National Weather Service.
I also declared a state of emergency for the entire Commonwealth of Kentucky. That allows us to bring in resources, including the National Guard.
Arkansas is also under a state of emergency following widespread destruction and several fatalities there. Some survivors grateful to still have their homes, but facing a lot of cleanup nonetheless.
I knew I'd have at least a couple of trees down, but I didn't realize that all my trees would be down.
In some areas of the South, massive chunks of hail rained down, like these softball-sized pieces collected by a resident in Oklahoma. There are still a couple 100,000 residents without power across the 4 states hit hardest, the majority in Kentucky, as tracked by Power Outage US, with tens of thousands more outages reported across the Midwest, South, and Mid-Atlantic, as dangerous weather alerts stretch from New York to Alabama, threatening more large hail and possible tornadoes through the evening hours Monday. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Well, let's get a look around here at our first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Eric, a couple pop-up showers, a few thunderstorms right over portions of Jefferson County, where just 24 hours ago, these areas were getting hit by supercell thunderstorms and tornadoes. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a couple moments. Another area of concentrated showers and a couple of thunderstorms right along the Mississippi River. One lone severe thunderstorm warning to the south and west of Dubuque for gusty winds. Future track those showing here as we move into the evening hours. Those showers will continue to dwindle overall as we head into the later evening hours, and that's because we lose the heat of the day. That's the fuel for these showers and for these thunderstorms. 1 or 2 of those storms could get on the stronger side over southwestern Wisconsin, with wind being the primary threat if 1 or 2 of those storms can still get revved up as we head into the early evening hours. And that would stretch from, let's say, Fenimore over to Platteville, over to Darlington, and towards the south and towards the west. Again, recap last night, 24 hours ago, and now I'm going to explain the conditions that caused this family of severe thunderstorms, including several tornado reports and damaging wind reports as that storm touched down near Footville and then went over the northern side of Janesville up into Middleton and then up into the southern portion of Jefferson County. Why did this all occur? Well, we had a marginal risk for severe weather. We were expecting damaging winds and heavy rain in the morning hours, and we didn't really get the strong winds in the morning so much as we did the heavy rain. But what occurred in the afternoon, though, was a low pressure system moved out of Iowa right up into the southern part of Wisconsin, forming right along a warm front that allowed those temperatures and the dew point, that's that measure of moisture, to get humid enough for areas like Milton and Janesville. They got into the 70s, and the dew points got well into the 60s. That's actually a good environment for showers and thunderstorms and for severe weather. And we call that triple point, where that low pressure, the cold front, and the warm front meet. That's where we get that apex of that warm air along with that humid air, and it was a perfect environment for those tornadoes. It was not a scenario that we were expecting. Even the Storm Prediction Center had the tornado threat further to the south. But again, those local environments, which meteorologist Blaise Keller and I were communicating early on Sunday, we were thinking, ooh, we better keep an eye on this, and it verified. over southeastern portions of our area. Now, as we march forward for the rest of the evening, few showers as you join us for our 10 o'clock newscast, but those will dwindle, as I mentioned, overnight, starting off in the lower 50s with a little bit of patchy fog to start Tuesday morning. Then we do this all over again as we get this environment. We have cold air aloft, and that allows thunderstorms to pop up in the afternoon, even with temperatures only in the lower to middle 60s. Not expecting severe weather on Tuesday. Then it's nice Wednesday going on into Thursday, and then we're going to start the warm, and we're going to start a humid pattern with some on and off storm chances starting as early as Friday night, lasting clear into the early portion and the middle portion of next week. And also with those videos and those pictures, thank you so much, Carrie, for sending us this photo. When we have these photos, we're able to support the warnings, and we're able to give visuals to those that are in the path of the storm so that we're able to substantiate what's going on across southern Wisconsin. With this other one, Kim and Becky, thank you for sending us this photo near Milton. Hopefully these photos helped others see, well, this is on my doorstep. I better take cover. And then Fort Atkinson had this tornado, thanks Chris, sent to us. Again, we very much appreciate those photos across the area. Traffic doing great, as we would expect for a Memorial Day holiday. Probably not as many folks on the Beltline right now. We're doing well at 60 mile per hour overall limit there, with the driving conditions at about 71 miles per hour down by Janesville. And yep, we've got another 70 mile per hour speed limit approximately up by the Dells, and that's what people are doing, about 70 miles per hour. A few showers, isolated storms this evening. You might need the windshield wipers a bit across southern Wisconsin this evening.
All right, Alex, thanks. Next at 5, Memorial Day weekend means it's holiday travel season, but it can also mean illness season. You can make sure you stay healthy while you travel. Just ahead.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
Rider chips.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Right now, get 2-for-1 windows and no interest for 1 year.
Hurry, call now. Call 866 for Feltco.
Celebrate Memorial Day at Brothers Maine, where unbeatable appliance deals come with expert advice. Enjoy special prices and free delivery on top brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. Visit us today and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 Best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
We've been everywhere. We've coated patios, pool decks, basements, hospitals, warehouses, walkways, man caves, churches, schools, airports, hotels, and garages. If it's concrete, TSR will coat it.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
It is the unofficial start of summer, and Memorial Day also kicks off a season of travel. But did you know that you may be more susceptible to sickness when you travel? And in today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has more on the top travel bugs and how to avoid them.
Get out those suitcases. It's time to travel, but make sure illnesses don't pack a punch on your trip.
You are far more susceptible to getting all kinds of bugs, viruses, and infections in general.
Dr. Barbara Bauer with Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center says traveling can be stressful. It puts you around more people, and you don't tend to eat and sleep as well, which can make it harder for your body to fight off illness. She says the top travel bugs to be aware of include the common cold.
People think of them as kind of fall, winter type of diseases, but that's actually inaccurate.
Bauer says there's also a bug known as the festival flu, which is a slew of various viral illnesses that spread when people are congregated at summer festivals or large gatherings of family and friends. Norovirus is also prevalent this time of year.
It's a pretty potent virus, and it leads to things like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and essentially can dehydrate you.
To avoid travel bugs, Bauer says focus on hygiene, keep hands clean, be aware of those around you. If someone is coughing and sneezing, try to move away from them. Bauer says give your immune system a boost by staying hydrated, eating a well-balanced diet, and taking some vitamin C. When in enclosed spaces like a plane, masks can add another layer of protection.
Even if you just wear it on the flight itself, where the air is circulating amongst everybody, it's still better than even if you choose not to wear it at the airport. That can still minimize your risk.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Dr. Bauer says another top travel bug is an actual bug. Ticks, which carry the possibility of Lyme disease. You can be exposed to them while hiking, camping, or even just mowing the lawn. Protect yourself, they say. Wear long sleeves, pants, even tucking your pants into socks can help. Use insect repellent registered by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, and check your body when you do come indoors. We'll be right back with a final check, your first warn forecast after a short break.
Think Sloan's first.
You know, the big thing about Sloan's is the ease of doing business. They make everything simple. We choose Sloan's and John Deere because we have availability of equipment, quality service, quality parts, and they have the ability to keep us up and running.
Green Tag savings time is on now at Sloan Implement. Get your John Deere Z530R with 4.9% for 60 months. That's as low as $93 per month.
Power up with Sloan's.
Think Sloan's first.
Trust your feet to Morgan's shoes.
Why Nout? Why not? Feel the comfort and durability of Nout footwear at Morgan Shoes. Nout shoes and sandals feature full-grain leathers in a multitude of colors. Nout's cork and latex composite insole is designed for daily comfort and support, and they are made to last. You'll enjoy Nout's luxury. Shop Morgan Shoes Hilldale for your next pair.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan Shoes.
Morgan Shoes Hilldale.
A lot of law firms claim to be experts at handling injury cases that involve large trucks. But handling one trucking case does not make you an expert on the subject. Experience matters in these cases. One local firm has handled 25 trucking cases which resulted in payments over $1 million each, and hundreds of others as well. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this Memorial Day. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
I'm Scott the Window Guy with AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core. Sorry, everyone. I get a notification every time I get a positive review online.
Makeup.
Thanks, Dawn. We think our windows are pretty great, too.
Take 2.
I'm Scott the Window Guy with AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core, composite frame, triple pane windows are worth a positive review at scottthewindowguy.com.
Cut! Somebody give me his phone.
And seriously?
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, relentless weather moves east, putting tens of millions of Americans in the path of severe thunderstorms this Memorial Day. Plus, the recovery efforts underway after deadly storms left a trail of destruction. That and more on tonight's CBS Evening News.
A final check of the forecast with a man who doesn't get days off. It's been quite a stretch of weather. You're going to get some time off next couple days.
Yes.
Hopefully the weather will give you a break,
yes,
too.
Yeah, I think tomorrow, chance for storms on those pop-up storms. Those should be below severe limits. So, yeah, I'll be off tomorrow and then on Wednesday as well. But a few evening storms yet tonight. 1 or 2 of those storms could get a little feisty over towards Platteville, down towards Darlington. But the threat is low for severe weather tonight. Dry by the time we get to the middle of the upcoming work week. And again, if we do get an isolated severe storm, wind gusts would be the main hazard. And then as we plan your Tuesday, not very warm, temperatures in the low to mid 60s with some scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon.
All right, Alex, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.